Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Trading Academy. As always, I am your host, Josh Lilquist, having a good time in the studio talking about the do's and the don'ts of the financial markets, income strategies, wealth strategies, helping people get started if they're brand new or if you're a seasoned investor, having more consistency. Congratulations to those who called in or texted in, we'll say, for the investing class and getting started with their financial future. If you missed it, you can simply just text the word investing to the number 210-210, and that's for 2 seats, one for you and a friend. Text 210-210 investing to that, and you can get 2 seats for that investing class right here at the Academy or at one of our other locations all across the metro area. We're coming to a neighborhood near you. Also, you can go to learnwithota.com and pick your own date there. That goes straight to our landing page. When you do text that number in or text investing to 210-210, you'll actually get a text instantly with our landing page, and you can pick your own date. We do these classes during the week and on the weekends. That way, pretty much anybody can attend. Also, we also really appreciate our subscribers and our listeners to the podcast. A lot of traction on that. We are going to make this the global #1 podcast on the financial markets. Just go to Investing and Trading Live, wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. So on the last segment, we covered kind of an overview of what's going on in these markets as far as, obviously, the Jackson Hole meeting was this week. Powell was speaking. And you look at the price charts as far as how the markets moved this week. You saw the S&P 500. Obviously, we're looking at the SPY for this, which is just an ETF, an exchange-traded fund, which trades just like a stock, getting right to those all-time highs at about 563. But Thursday's seen a pretty big drop after the open, after it's kind of been slowing down this upward motion over the past 2 weeks here after we saw that nice drop over the last couple weeks prior to that. So nice volatility, and that's what we're going to probably expect moving forward. So on this segment here, I still have Aaron on the show here, and I want to get some more insight in helping our listeners with income strategies, because a lot of listeners that are doing very well financially, doing good financially as far as their job, making good money, they're starting to save for retirement, they have retirement started, and a lot of those people have been coming into these workshops. And it's interesting because it's great, we have great people come to these workshops that want to build more of a legacy for their families, legacy for their futures, and it takes extra income to be able to do that. Now, we're seeing people look at the market for that opportunity.
Right.
In your opinion, you have obviously stocks that are out there, and everybody knows that. There's thousands and thousands of stocks out there, and there's other opportunities with other vehicles as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think, in your opinion, let's just say someone has a few bucks set aside and they want to be able to create an income strategy. What are some other markets they can dive into to be efficient?
Well, now you and I have talked before, so you know that I'm a futures trader. Mm-hmm. Now, most people, when they think of futures, and especially if they haven't looked at it lately, the last time they looked at it was a couple of decades ago, what they're thinking about is just commodities. Corn, gold, crude oil, things
lean
like
hogs,
that.
my favorite.
Hogs. Hey, who doesn't like lean hogs?
Exactly.
Right?
We talk about that all the time. I don't know why it's my favorite, but it is.
Well, I think everybody should know it by the name. What is it? Pork bellies.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just a fun name, mm-hmm. right? Who doesn't like to say?
And they taste delicious too.
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody loves bacon.
Yes.
Everybody loves bacon. But lately, because of the favorable tax treatment, because of the the beautiful leverage position that you can get in those markets, or I should say the derivatives, if you really understand what you're talking about in that market, mm-hmm. They've put other products in there. So you want to trade stocks? Guess what? You can do that in the futures market. You want to trade bonds? It's in the futures market.
So I want to stop you there for a second. What do you mean by that, if you want to trade stocks in the futures market?
Well, depending on whether you're trading in the CME or the ICE, which are owned by the same group, but mm-hmm. it is a different market. There's different types of stocks. So you want to trade the S&P 500, guess what? You can trade it either in the stock market or the futures market.
Okay.
The difference is that in the stock market, you have to come up with, if you're working on margin, you have to come up with half of what you're putting into it. Mm-hmm. All right? And so let's say that that there's a 1% gain in a day, and you just get lucky enough to capture all of that gain. On the money that you put in, the return on investment, you get a 2% if you're using margin in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you go over to the futures market, all right, this is leveraged 20 to 1, meaning that you only have to come up with a fifth of what you're actually trading.
Mm-hmm.
And so a 1% trade in the day is going to be a 20%. You've got the opportunity at 20%.
So your rate of returns are much higher, and you can use much less capital to do that. Essentially, that's how you calculate that.
Correct. Yeah, rate of return. Return on investment, whatever you want to call that. Your opportunity on the money that you put in is just so much greater, right there in the futures market. And so, because of that dynamic, they've started putting other products in there other than just straight up commodities. And so you can trade almost anything, including cryptos, right there in the futures market.
The issue with crypto is the capital requirements. The margin is much higher though.
It obviously is. Yes.
So it's not always in my opinion, that's not the best to trade crypto as in the futures market, just because but it is available to people.
Well, yeah, I would agree because of the margin requirements. I'm not a big fan. However, unlike many of the wallets, trading in the wallets, most of the wallets don't have stops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. So now you can protect your capital a little better.
You've got better, for the most part, you've got a better chance to be protective and have a better strategy there in the commodity or the futures market than you do in the wallets.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a great point. So I mean, I take back my comment there a little bit because you have a much better opportunity to manage your risk a little bit better that way, which
Absolutely.
is exactly what you need to do in the financial market. So thanks for correcting me on that and bringing that up. But so with the futures market, you have much less capital that you can use, but it offers you an opportunity to be much more efficient with that as well.
Oh yes, efficiency is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so the capital that you have is the capital that you have. What you're dealing with is if you've got a trading account, do I take it to the stock market where I'm getting 2 to 1 leverage, or do I take it to the commodities market where I can still use the same stop, meaning that I don't have to take more risk than I am in the stock market, but I certainly can get better results out of it. I have the opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost a no-brainer if you think about it. Why don't people get into that? And it's just they don't know what they don't know. That's why we have these investing classes, Aaron.
Absolutely.
That we talk about what these concepts are, how the futures market works, how to create an income strategy by being efficient with the capital that you have. So if you want to learn more about the futures market and how to use your capital efficiency, the leverage, learning more about pork bellies if you want to, or lean hogs, or the S&P 500 if you do like those stocks. Simply text the word investing to the number 210-210 right now for 2 seats for an investing class strictly on the futures market. Text investing to the number 210-210. That's one for you and one for a friend. You can also go online. Just go to learnwithota.com. So we talked about the futures market. There's other markets out there as well, so we want to make sure that our listeners have the opportunity to hear about them.
All right.
Now, what about the Forex market? So the Forex market is currencies, the foreign exchange market. Do you have the same type of leverage? One thing we did talk about is the time of day as well. So what's some opportunities with the Forex market?
Well, yeah, so the Forex market is wonderful, especially for people that that have a busy schedule, that work during the day. Because the stock market, obviously, trying to trade in the stock market is tough when the market is only open while you're at work, right?
Yep.
The commodities market, 23-hour market, but the Forex market is a 24-hour market, meaning that you can trade this anytime, all right? Also, it's the largest market in the world by volume. More money goes through the Forex market in one day than goes through the stock market in 30 days. Roughly
$5 to $6 trillion a day.
Absolutely. You get much better leverage, so you're getting 50 to 1, meaning you bring $1 and you actually get a trade like you've got $50.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very efficient place to trade, whether that's by the time that you want to trade or by the money that you're bringing to the table.
Got it. So we were talking about a little bit earlier about the carry trade.
The Japanese carry,
yeah.
the yen.
So without getting into real details about it. What does that give an opportunity for Forex traders to do? It's interest that you can make on it, right?
Well, if you're doing it the way that that the mutual funds were doing it, and they're starting to get hurt by that, then there's an opportunity for it. You're borrowing in yen because it's at 0%, and then putting your money into other places where you can make money, right? A percentage, and that makes it very easy to make money. But right now, the real opportunity is actually taking the opposite of that. Because as the Bank of Japan starts raising its rates for the first time in 20 some odd
seems
years,
like ever.
Yeah, we're watching the yen, the value of the yen start to rebound, and so catching it long instead of short, or carrying it in a different way is probably the better short-term trade. Let's just call it that.
And I think that really resonates with a lot of people, because you get generations where, I talk to my dad all the time about things and say, how much interest can you get on that? So they like interest, and it's very similar. It's just by having this currency pair, is buying or selling it a certain way. That way you get paid this interest daily. I think it's 3 times the interest on Wednesdays, right? Is that what it is?
Yes, I believe so.
I believe, yes, 3 times on Wednesdays. So it's being able to have an opportunity to have a trade open and then get paid interest on it daily. So there's opportunities that the stock market just doesn't really give you, or the futures market may not give you as well, that are available. Now, and so that's the Forex market.
Right. And in this case, you really are acting like a bank. Banks dealing currencies, this is currency type trading, and so you're getting, if you understand what you're doing, you're getting those percentages just like the banks would.
There you go. And we kind of talked about in the first segment is we don't have to be a bank in the financial markets. You don't have to have a license to trade or invest. You just need to learn the skill, but have a strategy for that. But what you do need to do is act like one, right? Identify where are the banks buying and selling, and like the old saying, do as they do, right?
Right.
And that's where you build consistency with a proper strategy, proper steps within that strategy. But one of the things that we coach a lot here at the Academy is being disciplined to follow that strategy. And that's sometimes tough for people, but the nice thing about it is a trainable skill, is having discipline.
Yeah, absolutely.
And really what it comes down to is having those steps within a path and then following it. And if you want to learn more about the futures market or the Forex market, these are markets that are open 24 hours a day. So it allows people that work during the day have an income strategy at night, or say you work at night and you have during the day to trade. It's open, so you actually dictate that time. One of the things we were talking about on the show, I think it was 2 weeks ago, about the ideal job, and is wouldn't it be nice to have an income strategy anywhere and work any time of day, and then you dictate your earnings, because you actually do based off your risk and reward. There's no cap on that as well. Most people have a salary, and so their boss is telling them what they're worth.
Yeah. Well, and I think one other thing, do we have just a second?
If you got about 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right. I think the other thing to keep in mind is that as people are worried about a recession because, hey, we've seen recessions, people lose their jobs. If you have, other income streams and strategies, are you really ever out of a job? Or, are you just switching focus?
Yeah. So what if people are looking for a backup plan? That's what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking for a backup plan, just to secure your future, it takes income strategies to do that. The markets could be that opportunity. We have investing classes where we go over these concepts, these techniques, talk about the futures market we were talking about earlier, especially the Forex market. Great opportunities in the currency market with that. So simply text the word investing to the number 210-210 right now for 2 seats for an investing class near you. We have these classes all across the metro. Call or text the word investing to the number 210-210. When you do that, you're going to get a text right back with our landing page. You can pick your own date and time, or go to learnwithota.com. This is Investing and Trading Live. We will be right back. All right, I got to fix that spot there. or go to learn within learn with OTA within learn within to learn with O to learn within learn with OT learn within. You can pick your own date and time or go to learnwithota.com. Good. This is Investing and Trading Live. There'll be bumper music at that time anyway. Good segment.